Hello, people. Welcome to another episode of the Clogwork Podcast, episode number 20, if you believe it. So it's quite a bit of topics. Don't know how long this is. It's probably going to be a while, which probably means this video will actually be a bit late. Not my choice, unfortunately, but yeah. Video recap time, I guess. Like, first video since uploading the last podcast was me announcing I have two new channels, which I did announce plans for in the last podcast. One is Clogwork Clips, which I haven't uploaded anything, but plan is eventually, I say eventually, you don't know when, I'm going to try and upload clips, mostly from the podcast, because I think that's worthy of being clipped. And the other is Clogwork Gaming, where I have already uploaded video. Time guess episode 18, I want to say. So yeah, and yeah, on to the next bit, I guess. So after that, you've got booting from an SSD, where I use target disk mode, a really cool feature where basically you connect computer to another computer with FireWire, in this case FireWire 800. Apparently it's not just limited to FireWire. I thought it was limited to FireWire, but yeah, now you can do it with like USB and Thunderbolt and stuff. Yeah, so target disk mode, hook those two up, and then I managed to get oh my god, yeah, and I managed to get Tiger, my Tiger installed from my iMac running on the PowerBook, so I play some Minecraft, I do some other stuff, and so on. After that is the worst Prodigy video of 2023, which is about all the LMG LTT controversy. It's not drama, it's a controversy. Important distinction. After that, it's actually installing the SSD into your PowerBook. I had to take out the shell of the SSD because it didn't fit otherwise, because it's pretty much literally just for a 3.5-inch drive. But the problem is you've also got like the adapter, which consumes a bit of space, so that's why I had to take it out of the shell. And the actual SSD is really tiny. Like, most of the shell is literally just air. I really don't care about space efficiency. Just because we've been using 3.5-inch drives for however many years. That's basically why. After that, the new best web browser that's almost usable, that's Ladybird, which is a really cool browser. It's independent, so it's not using WebKit, it's not using Gecko, it's not using Blink. It's its own web engine, LibWeb, and it actually works really well. Really good web browser for what it is. Yes, it has problems loading YouTube and even Twitter, but do you know what, like interweb has problems loading? Well, it doesn't really have problems loading YouTube and Twitter, but it cannot load Discord. However, Ladybird can. Massive distinction. And also it's got light dark mode detection, so that's really cool. Well, it's a toggle in settings, but you can toggle between the light mode and the dark mode preference. Amazing, right? And a sequel to that video essentially is showing off Serenity OS, which is similar, but it's an operating system that's once again independent, and it is where the Ladybird web browser comes from. So it comes with only Ladybird web browser, and it's basically the only graphical web browser available for Serenity OS. So yeah, it's quite cool. It's got some bundled games. It's got Tetris and 2048 installed by default because of course it does. There's also a Doom port, so it's got all three of those boxes checked. Yeah. So I guess, I'll show you a bit of analytics. Basically, my channel's been doing quite well since the 13th. I've got 84 views that day, 66, 30, 138, 88, 167, 115. Pretty well. That's over the last 28 days. If you do this month, I've only got 14 subscribers. I say only. 14 is a lot. What did I get in July? I got 4 in July. What did I get in June? I think 2. Yeah, 2. But yeah, in terms of views, I've been doing quite well. 1,600 views, although it definitely did slow down a bit in the middle. But over the last week, I have managed to gain quite a bit of views, and that's partially due to the video about the LMG LTT controversy. I really should probably just refer to them as LMG. But yeah. So I'm going to sort of briefly explain it. So the controversy of the LTT. So basically, this all started on the 24th of June 2023, where they uploaded video testing a cooler block, a prototype cooler block by a small company called Billet Labs. It was designed for the 30 series, NVIDIA 30 series GPUs, and they weren't using that. They chose to use a 4000 series, 40 series, whatever you want to call it, of GPUs. Problem is, it doesn't really, it's not designed for it. Hence, but they refuse to test it with 30 series because they're like, it's just going to work. No, it isn't. It's designed for a 30 series, and it's to do with the size of the board or something. Basically, they messed up. But then Lois doubled down on that decision, saying it wasn't worth testing it. It wasn't worth testing it because it would cost $500 of employees' time, and it's just stupid. Bad excuse. You're supposed to do reviews properly. If you can't do them properly, if you don't do it properly the first time, and you're capable of doing it second time, which they definitely were, you have to do it again. That's pretty much the rules. So, yeah. But that's not where it ended. They have their thing that's supposed to be every year, but of course COVID basically blocked it, and it only restarted again this year. They have a thing called LTX. And in LTX, they had a bunch of items for auction for charity, okay? And because of that, one of the things was the cooler. Now, the cooler was sort of lended to them by Billet Labs, and don't forget, it's a prototype, so it's not even officially released. And they said that they would return it because that's what you're really supposed to do. Instead, they ended up saying at the auction, and yeah, they basically committed theft in a bad way, in a way. Yeah, so that was what sort of happened, and in a few days, a week or two later, Gamers Nexus published a video about this. Well, about that, but there were some other things, such as they have to upload 25 videos a week on all the different channels. So it's one, I think, every day for LTT, and then one every week for MAC address and then like 2 for tech quitting. It was something like that essentially. And there was like a video about them working there. And one of the common things, there was like 4 different people saying this, saying there's too much videos going on, too much work, and yeah, and also it was like saying, yeah, this is probably why there are errors, because they got to rush these videos. So that's another thing. They're basically rushing these videos because they're being made to do them by basically Linus. Don't care about this CEO. This was made when Linus was the CEO. That video, I'm pretty sure, because he's only been, it's not been a CEO for, I think it's the 1st of July. Basically that. So, yeah. Another thing is, it's a bit of a common thing. They say they won't do that. It's not, I've seen this excuse before. In the WAN show especially. Or it's not worth doing this because it's not financially viable. Like, oh, it's not worth doing a Linux trial because it's not financially viable. They say stuff like that. They're so corporate now as well, and they call themselves independent. It's not really independent if you're like massive corporate entity at this rate. In the grand scheme thing, you're not giant. You're not like Microsoft. But in terms of YouTube, you are a massive corporate entity. Okay? They don't seem to understand this at all. And if you consider, like, if you compare them to like Smosh, what does Smosh have? I think they have like 20 million. So they're slightly bigger, I believe. I might be wrong. Smosh. I mean, they're similar enough, I'd say. Come on, you slow thing. Smosh. Yeah, Smosh. Classic channel. Yeah, okay, 26 million. So they've got over 10 million more subscribers. I still think they're probably one of the better ones to compare them to. They aren't overly corporate. Like, I mean, let's have a look. They've seemed to got a few channels, but I think they probably upload less than what LTT do in total. Okay, so it looks like, go away, 2 per week on Smosh Smosh Pit, sorry. Smosh Games, let's have a look. Don't autoplay, for God's sake. Okay, this one seems to be 4 a week. Okay, so that's 4 plus 2 is, oh my god, what's 4 plus 2? 6. Sorry, I cannot. It's okay. 4 plus 2. Okay, not horrible. What's El Smosh? Well, El Smosh is the Spanish channel. That's basically the same video, really. You know, it's just them speaking Spanish. So you just need to translate it. Are they like re-recorded or are they just like dubbed over? If it's re-recorded, that's going to take more time, but you know, that's not regular content either because it's only their main channel, which I believe is every other week. So that's not horrible. Yeah, so Smoshcast, this looks like their final channel. Smoshcast, just going videos, 2 a week, so that's 6, so 8 videos per week plus 2 more with this main Smosh. That's not bad, especially compared to what LTT have. They're not corporate. I say they're not corporate. They're a corporate entity, but they're not overly corporate, unlike LTT. And they seem to not understand that they are corporate. You know, Sposs seems more like they're enjoying what they're making. Whilst LTT, all the LMG chants needs to, we must make this, we must make this. There's a massive difference between those two. And maybe I should have sort of talked about that then. But if I'm being honest, I literally only just thought of that. But I think it's a relatively similar comparison. I mean, they're not the same genre. One's a tech channel, one's more like comedy, I guess would be the description of Smosh. But yeah, I've also seen some really bad justifications for the behaviour. Should I try and just search it up on Reddit? It's going to be. I saw one that was comparing Linus Tech on the channel to Top Gear, you know, with like Jeremy Ham, and that makes no sense. Jeremy, Richard, and James. It'd be weird. Generally, just it made me just like, what on earth you're talking about? You're just. I need to. If I can't find this, but it was kind of funny comparing Top Gear to. It's not Top Gear. It's a serious channel. They go on about, oh yes, we're so good with our data accuracy with labs type thing. Top Gear never did that. Massive difference there. I think this is a different post because it's only from 1 day ago. Yeah, it feels like more Scrapyard Wars and maybe Secret Shoppers. I think that's a bit more serious. Like those, I would more agree, but I just don't agree. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, this bit's actually a bit good point, judging by what the first sentence bit where it's saying, not sure the Top Gear's best comparison in this regard. Jeremy Clarkson literally got fired for punching a producer. Within a week, he was picked up by Amazon for literally the same show and a much bigger pay deal, which also led to May and Hammond joining. Can you? I do want that to happen, as long as it's actual good content. And yeah, the corporate entity isn't complete evil. As a result, the BBC lost legions of viewers and all these serious things. No, by that I mean maybe more like not actually Linus. I don't want him on the channel, and he's probably not leaving. Let's be real, but like, yeah, more other presenters, because there's not one presenter of LTT, you've got to remember that. Like, Emily, she is like, I mean, she's been taking a break, which I feel like it's because of the behaviour in the company is why. Like, from presenting at least. I can see that. But like maybe if it was like she left and did like her own Linux thing or whatever, it would work. But yeah, okay. Yeah, so Linus gets fired slash steps down and maybe goes on to start new project. Maybe I just hope it is at Linus though that leaves. I hope it's like some of the more nicer people. By the looks of it, James is one person you don't want. But yeah. So I'm sort of now starting to extend on the Linus it's not. Stop comparing it to. Top Gear. Oh, the flaw of Top Gear. Top Gear was the parents just really clear, blah blah. Each show has lost their hardcore appeal, but that shift from the personality could be non-true, but no person can be like that once someone breaks. With Top Gear, happened time and time again, was most gifted riser on planets, but it's nothing is casual for years ago. But I wouldn't see his giant belly and wetsuit. When Top Game playbook close managed size and produce content. Okay. We've really been. I don't know anything about Rooster Teeth. I just know it's a name that gets thrown around. I don't know. When does it say how long ago these posts were? So I think it is. Am I going crazy? No, it's lost and I think. Yes, I'm wrong. Water cooling. Nice tech tips. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just lost. So the reason why I'm just like, what on earth is this person? Is just because I've seen. Yeah, I think this is a different person. I think it's Lost Entrepreneur. Person in Legacy Jailbreak, basically. God. I need to make. Thing is, why I think the flaw of comparing. If you really think about it, it's like. Although I feel like this is just stupid. I mean, it is stupid comparing this to Top Gear. It's we've got like proper serious reviews. Here's some serious data results. I don't think you can compare it to Top Gear, especially when they have labs. You cannot compare it to Top Gear. Top Gear, they don't know. They never had like labs, or Grand Tour, of course. They never had labs. All they would say is like very basic information. Oh, this is a car. It's 0.60 in 2.63 seconds or something like that. That isn't actual numbers, like actual serious numbers. Those are just, printed numbers from their specs. Like, do people not understand that? Stop copying me. Stop copying me. I've just realised that. That's clever. I've only just noticed that there. The same thing, presumably. Going off topic. Yeah. Nice tech tips is not Top Gear. It's not. I think they've gone too far into serious data results and stupid stuff, right? They're separate things, and the Top Gear, the content that vaguely resembles Top Gear, isn't really even good content, in my opinion. It's just beyond flawed, that comparison, and I really wish people would stop comparing Linus Tech Tips to Top Gear. Just nonsense. I think I've gone on too far for that. It's just so annoying. Linus Tech Tips is not Top Gear. Also, to give more background, I'm just vaguely going to go over it. Shortly after the apology Linus Tech Tips video, which is really terrible by the way, was released, a former employee, Madison, basically, your smile is beyond fake and it's just lifeless. It's like, ooh, your eyes are just frozen and not blinking. Your mouth is just disconnected from the upper half, and it just looks ridiculous. Like, you cannot cover up his eyes. He looks beyond lifeless. Cover up, no, cover up his mouth. He looks lifeless. Cover up his eyes. He looks vaguely with life, but it's with nonsense in his mouth. Okay? So yeah, absolute nonsense. And is the CEO so unreliable nonsense? What's the like to dislike ratio? For some reason it sometimes doesn't load. Come on. God's sake, just load. 168,000, so there's only a 10,000 like difference. It's a really bad topology. And also they initially monetized it, however they removed monetization. They also did a plug for their merch. Was it here that it was done, or was it him? No, it's him. This idiot here, this Nick person. Ugh. Look, there's yellow. Yeah, see? What is this yellow for? Oh, it's about float plane. Yeah, so they're going, saying, oh, don't worry, our results are reliable. However, they're putting it behind their float plane, which is basically a paywall. Yeah, we'll trust you, definitely. Especially, it's just a bad idea, so really, only the real big, dedicated fans will go on about it. But yeah, let's go back onto the Madison thing. I need to get the post up. Where is it? It is. It's this one, sorry. But the TDLR, she was not treated very well. She was sexually harassed, and yeah, and there was also some evidence being given as a meeting was given. I believe it was after she left, like shortly after, and basically James, the same James I was talking about earlier, made a, what's the word, like tasteless joke that seemed to be targeted towards her, and so it sort of backs it up. And there was another former employee, I believe his name was Colin. I believe maybe if I go up here onto her profile, it says that she's like, yeah. Also, so yeah, God, where is it? I don't know. Yeah. So basically, that was like this thread thing was like least like about I want to say like an hour after this video was released. Clever timing if you think about it. And I don't think, and I mean that in a good way. Um, like yeah. So oh yeah. Also, they didn't censor a cost of their water block, which was private. Um, Apparently, supposedly, they were never asked to keep that information as private, although they did make some lies about the time these emails were posted. So they're really not credible. They've basically lost their credibility. Um, I think their data should not be trusted at all. They've already damaged it, and considering the treatment they give to their employees, they do not deserve to be trusted with people or data. So, that's my opinion. They are dead. They've already lost, I believe, they were definitely on 15.5 million. It's just I can't remember if that was when I last checked or no. I'm pretty sure they lost 200,000 subscribers. Only 200,000 subscribers. Though I guess it could be even more. It's just because YouTube made the mistake a couple years ago of basically rounded down subscribers. Yeah, look, I've already lost over 200,000 subscribers. I mean, theoretically, it could even be nearly 300. We don't really know. So, yeah, I think their channel is completely toast. Yeah, and also they've got a really toxic sort of tech bro culture that sort of seems to only be for men, and that's like makes it really toxic, and it's just not a good culture. Like that's what they seem to be pushing. So they definitely deserve it. I can't believe so many people defended them up until recently, and to be fair, I've still seen two people on Discord be like, they're the best. Like, well, basically saying, oh, but these are only allegations, therefore they're still fine. Let's look at some people's opinions. So, yeah. Yeah, I've got stupid stuff here. Oh, yeah. Apparently, the employee guidelines documents leaked. I really should have a look at that. Yeah. So, okay. So, what stream? Oh, yeah, they've still got their dumb LTT TV stream going. What's the like to dislike ratio in here? I want to see. Come on, you stupid thing. It's got 48,000 likes and 27,000 dislikes. Fair enough. Yeah, also they've put their video production on pause and they didn't do one show. But yeah. 90%, yeah, but Rush unprepared and was basically there for nonsense lives, does its in and serve videos which have become read or into glorified airs. Don't you care about hardware refusing for one comparison to put its games Nexus videos free of charge? Just make my brain turn off. I'm glad to take it down to okay. What's this opinion? Um oh god. Oh my god, these are just bad comments. Oh, hopefully the allegations are false. Yeah, he's barely just starting to say, oh, this is why he's walked into gun. Hopefully the allegations are false. Well, don't really think they're false. It's sort of been proven they're not false. Oh, God. God, these people or oh my god, some of these people. Yeah, okay, some brain dead comments. Essentially, that's what you've just seen. You witnessed. Do you even really want to repeat them? Okay. Already seen this. Yeah. It also fits LTT being in a very into well wait, no, sorry. It also fits into LTT. I mean, it's technically just their name capitalization being very into a tech bro capitalist. Yeah, I agree with that narrative. So I'd say a lot of fans are conservative. Guess who's the most vocal about cancel culture? Yeah, that's actually a really good take. I'm gonna take that into a boost. Work. That's actually a really good take. Inaccuracy is fairly forgivable mistake compared to sexual harassment. Demonstrating quite to the latter seems to be, yeah. Basically, they were scared. I should make this a bit more clear. Yeah, I think the reason why it happened after the apology was because they felt like they could speak out because there's already people going out for them. It's not necessarily like they want LTT gone, it's just they feel more safer. I think that's a better way of putting it. Sorry about what I said earlier. It's a bit poorly word. Is this the... Oh wait, yeah, that's the comments. But yeah. There's nothing wrong with anything in the meeting. Topic instead. Drop it. No. Oh, this is from 6 months ago. Still... What is that meeting about? Sure, is that a different meeting or is that the same meeting? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, unfortunately, I think the answer is yeah. Okay, essentially purport yeah, this is what I'm saying. They purport to be a proper test review place, but their data is systematically dreadful, and they know that to be the case. Obviously, there's not often trusted clickbait reviews online, but LTT are a corporation with significant testing capabilities. They boast about agree, have been trusted by a lot of people, and reviews have significant effects on the success and failure of the business. Agree. It's bad. Was slapdash, and they were really rushing. I don't feel deceived on that front, but camaraderie, I don't know what that word means. They portray on camera sort of personality, I don't think that means. Did have me fooled with the sheer breadth of mentioning accusations. Were a bit surprised. Upon the broader community saying it seems more invested in ethics in games journalism than safety of women. I thought we have gone there since 2014. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately for LTT, that's the keyword, the average internet has short memory. I mean, has everyone forgiven Reddit? Ooh, Reddit bad, we've all returned to Reddit, and admittedly I have sort of become it. I only browse it. I've basically not done any posts. The only one is a support post, and I'm not changing that. I'm really trying my best to keep it. I mean, I don't really feel the need to reply to stuff on there anymore or make posts. If I do, there's always K-Bin, which has got a terrible UI and a terrible app, because there's only one app that supports it as far as I'm aware. That only lets you log in currently with their own instance, which is beyond weird. And yeah. So yeah. Mentioning a parallel universe where everyone at LTT told Linus not to talk about controversy, so instead he uploaded a video without permission where he sang about whilst playing ukulele. By the way, that's what I sort of was referencing to the title of the LTT controversy video. The new, not the worst. If I got that, I would have did that if it wasn't for the whatever the name is, ukulele apology. Yeah, because I mean that definitely was the worst. Although it became a meme for fairly obvious reasons of it being just absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, so yeah. If I go into the hashtags and LTT, it's probably going to result in some more posts. I really don't like the fact that it seems to limit itself to 20 videos. Yeah. Okay. They seems more biased towards them, which is horrible. Yeah. I think their videos are quite obnoxious. And yeah. Yeah, this is just not even drama. This post has really annoyed me. Yeah. Just blocking someone. Yes, LTT. I've only bothered to do them on they really. I've only really watched one shows, which is on LTT. I will. Let's be real. I will watch them, the next one show, but as always, as I always have, always will. Maybe not always have, because I used to be mobile viewing, and I don't really think UU has existed for quite as long. Yeah, it's not drama. It's not drama. It's not drama. Um, yeah. Yeah. It's not drama. It's just not. If you think it is, you're wrong. Okay. Like seriously, it's not drama. But yeah. Oh my god, what was I gonna say? But yeah. So I do think. Oh, it's in subscribers only mode. Clever, sneaky idiots. But yeah. Um. Oh yeah. Apparently they have the capability of replacing the video files, and yet they don't really use it. Apparently, that's an apparently. I remember seeing that somewhere. Can't remember where. Oh yes. Also another thing is LTT basically led someone's child and their mother to suicide. If you think that's a perfectly normal thing, go and give them all their stupid money, you absolute idiot. Um, yeah. If you want the source, it's in my LTT controversy video. It's the archive.md link. Okay, there it is. Once it loads, and if you think all of this is perfectly fine, well, that's what you get. Okay. Hopefully you've understood that. If you haven't, well, it's tough. Okay. So yeah. So basically, fairly won an auction for the NCIX Tech Tips plaque, silver play button. Have LTT Linus basically sort of rigged it off of them. And yeah, there's more details. Just read it all, okay? Actual scummy behaviour from this little person there who really deserves that. Really does. Especially then. He probably deserved quite a few punches in the face, let's be real. He looks beyond punchable in that photo. But yeah. Okay. Apparently it was set private whilst still uploading for corrections because the length of read written by Mazden. Yeah. Yeah. Um. Let's look at LMG sign up. Stroke. They are mega corp though. They're large for companies, small businesses considered medium businesses, 51 to 500. That's different corporates. What is it? Seriously, this person's just stupid. No offense. Actually, maybe a bit of offense. Knowledge of know-how without knowledge. Yeah, she was applying for a role that got announced on the WAN show, which is illegal in British Columbia, which is where they're based, so they broke the law. And also, apparently, they don't let you talk about your wages because I don't know why, which is also apparently against the law. And yeah, also Linus is anti-union because he says, oh, if you need a union, you've messed up as a thing, which just sounds like absolute nonsense to do absolutely horrible things and calling out these unions just because it's basically to do these all horrible stuff that they do. But yeah. Okay. Reddit's corporation one. Reddit is also apparently protecting LTT. Reddit is protecting abusers. Reddit Pro also has skeletons in its closet that have yet to come out. Amazing. This drama is. Oops, I said it. I didn't mean that. Well, I guess maybe you could say the Billet Labs bit is a bit of drama, but the Madison bit, not drama. Definitely not. That's not drama. But maybe you could classify it. It's not drama. It's okay. Let's say part of it might be drama, but I think it's best to call it a controversy. Okay? Hopefully you understand. Apparently he also said didn't need the union because they weren't a massive million employee company. Seems that anyone who says they don't need the union needs the union. Yeah. But yeah. Oh god. Yeah, this is the same person. Let's have a look at this. I bet that's going to be filled with bad things. Especially when you go, oh, they're not a large company, they're a medium-sized one, they're medium. No, they're not. Shut up. But yeah. Oh god, bad opinions. No offense, this is like the only time I've ever seen bad opinions on the Faveverse. They're not horrible, some of them are. I guess maybe the bad opinions are fine. I mean, the ones that were in those screenshots, which were YouTube comments, I think, right? Those were real bad. But I guess these ones aren't as bad. Still bad, some of them. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Recently been able to bar influence has been self-esteem facts. I failed to get position influence. Tips for 3 months. Company implied. Agreed. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think she's posted in a while. Oh no. 2 days ago. Yeah. Was Fred seriously a month ago? I guess it might have been. Yeah, I think it was actually July, wasn't it? Fred social network. Yes. How long ago was that? It was, yeah, 5th of July. But yeah. So it's not available in the EU. But yeah. Yeah. Um Apparently they can leave and take their followers with them. Which actually would be quite cool. Make up a building of followers and threads and then just move them. Easy. Apparently it is front end that enables users to access profiles and posts, although it lacks the capability to log in and view the app timeline. Yikes. God, that's a bit bad. So yeah, apparently it's got 120 million plus users. Apparently it's only grown by 4 million since 26 days after it launched, which was whenever. But yeah. Yeah, apparently by mid-August, the daily number of users of Threads had fallen by over 80%. So it's sort of died already. Somehow, it would be I think it's because it's by Facebook. Let's be real, that's probably the main thing. If it's made by Google, it'd actually probably be kind of good. That's my take. But yeah. Okay. So I think I've gone way more in depth with the Nice Tech Tips controversy. Plus, you could argue a bit of drama. But the medicine bit is not drama. Not drama. Keyword not. But yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Some brain dead comment. Ready? Yeah, looks like yeah. Either maybe get more employees, although I feel like that wouldn't help. I think they do just need to reduce their videos. Pay 20 videos? I don't know. Some random person in the comment. But yeah. Apparently you need to be subscribed to your channel for 6 months or longer. Clever tactic for damage control. So if I subscribe, I won't actually be able to censor. Amazing. That's what you get, Linus. Yes. So that's probably why the channel's really dead as well. It's full of people defending them. Which is clever, I guess. But yeah. Yeah. You know what? Should I just say? Let's move on to the next topic. I went to another gig again. This time it was actually with my mum instead of my dad. It was, I can't remember the place. I literally looked at it yesterday because I was looking at like Mac Pros. I think like what else I was looking for. I was looking at like the Mac Pros, and one of them was actually right by like the town right next to the place where we went for the gig. I'm looking up Razer like live, and then I'll go like most recent. I could probably actually find it. Come on, this is so horrible. This thing. Sort about load date. It's this one. Oh, it's like the same place. No, that's during day, isn't it? It wasn't during day, so it's not actually that one. Yeah, it was the stage wrong. It's the background. Yeah, orderly end. I think this is it. If I'm in the video, it's gonna be funny. Yes. Where was I would have probably been really close. It's like this person was right at the front as well. Is this the one where he got right up? I don't think he was a... No, he didn't get off the stage here. But he was like right here as well. I've got like some photos of him. He looks really young, by the way. He's like 42, 43. But he really looks like he's in his like early 20s. Genuinely. It's also like sweat. Filming in black and white. Yeah, but yeah, this was the same one. That's what I went to. I'm pretty sure. If you look at the map at your... I'm pretty sure it was Audley End. Yeah, that definitely is the same place. Yeah, if you get... Not everything's going to be geotagged. Oh, saw this one, yeah. So this is like a big posh English heritage place, believe it or not, yeah. So if you look here, I would have been about there. I was that close. I was right at the front at this point. Yeah, so I've even explained what was playing. So there was so the first band was Top Loader. I knew absolutely nothing about Top Loader apart from Dancing in the Moonlight, which is a cover, so not even their own songs. I thought they were alright, although compared to the others, they were the worst. No offense, but yeah, if you want a really low quality version of Golden Touch, there you go. Oh, it's that rear camera. Let's see if I'm visible on here. I definitely was on the screen at one point. Is that me? No, that's not me. No, that's definitely not me. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Completely wrong phone as well. So yeah, it's not like it matters. I've probably got more views with my face on my things than these actual things. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, Top Loader. Then was the Feeling, another band that I knew literally nothing about. Apart from the song Feel a Little World, but I did not know it was by them. I didn't know who it was. I really don't like that song, by the way. Mostly because Very has been using that song for adverts, which is why I don't like it, because I've been constantly hearing it. Plus, it's corporate. So it's a mess. No, no, thank you. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm pretty visible there. That's probably like my head there. So I was to the left of the main mic. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed feeling they were actually my best, and it's weird because I literally knew nothing about them. My favourite song of theirs was even theirs as well. Guess what it was? It was them doing a cover of Video Killed the Radio Star. Video Killed the Radio Star. That song. Yeah, that's a good cover. It's really fun. And yeah, I knew the lyrics as well, you know. Unlike the other songs, I knew the lyrics. So I was singing along as well. You know, I didn't really record much because I was so focused on them especially. I just didn't want to have my arms hurt from like holding my phone. Although, yeah. So, yeah, that was one of the things. After that, it was Embrace, a band that I do know a lot more about because I have 5 of their albums. I've only really listened to their songs like once, though, that's the only thing. But I have actually listened to their songs, and I knew the fact that, you know, Gravity, that song there, that's for some reason there, was written by Coldplay. Live 2023. Come on, give me some Embrace. Oh yes, Gravity. Yeah. I was actually a bit further back, but not that much further back. I really like that hat, that looks really cool. I thought we'd call it fluffy. But yeah. Yeah, so, you know, once again, I was about the same place. I was to the left of the microphone. But yeah. Oh, I enjoyed Embrace, you know. They were really good. But I also really did like, what's it called? I've literally gone blank on what it's called. Razorlight, which is what I was showing that again. It was actually really fun. I probably enjoyed it more because, you know, it's all 4 different ones in one day instead of like, you know, just having to, like, you know, the week before I went to see Happy Mondays and Primal Scream live. And also maybe it's more enjoyable because I was a lot closer to the front as well. Probably said this in the last podcast, or no, was it? No, it would have been the podcast before that. Yeah, it's really enjoyable compared to the one before because I was a lot closer. I could actually see them because at what the Primal Scream one, I had like a few thousand people in front of me and then like 1,000 behind me. You know, quite a bit of a difference there. But with this, I had God knows how many thousand behind me, and basically, I don't know, 100 people in front of me, maybe a bit less. I think it was quite as many people two sides as the Primal Screen. I don't think like the thing was that wide at the front. There was quite a lot of space at the front. It's just how willing. Yeah, it's really fun. But yeah, got to imagine like just watching this and like somewhere you find me appear on the screen. Oh, this audience cam. Audience cam. Is this the bit where they were moving the camera? Oh, that I remember. So this is actually right by me, although I don't get shown. Yeah, she was like literally probably maybe like right next to me actually. So look, I might be in there. I did record this one, so the yeah, I think they'd literally just missed me out. What's the video quality? Apparently this is 1080p, looks really horrible quality for 1080p. No offense, my iPhone 6 Plus that I was filming with probably looked better. Which is on my chair, I believe. But yeah. Oh, more audience cam. That's not me. I was going to say it is, but my case would have been quite noticeable because it's sort of like a transparent red case. I'd say red, it's supposed to be pink, I believe. But yeah. But yeah. Yeah. It's right up there in front. Can't recognise this person. That's going to be a faux thing. Right up there in front. Is this the person who was... I think I remember this guy. I think this is the guy who's proper... He was like wearing the Embrace t-shirts and being really loud. That was him then. He was literally right by me as well. Maybe not, I think that there were a bit of like old people by their looks. Yeah, looks can always be wrong. She's don't know why you put brackets race light in them. Yes, they were performing at the same place, but yeah, that's the actual place. Didn't go in there. I mean, by the time we arrived probably about 2 to 4, and top loader started at 4, so we actually came in at a really good time. There was no waiting at the start, which was really nice. Oh wow, this is quite close to me. Can you see me? Can't quite see me. Rigged. You could definitely get closer. There's plenty of space right in front of you. I think, yeah, I was actually maybe 2 rows back at this, but that razor light is literally at the front. Is that me there? No, that's not me, I don't think. Is that a case? Let's see. Yeah, that's a case. That's not me. My case is literally just covering the phone. It's not a fold case. Seriously? Rigged. Why is this in square as well? That's actually probably a better question. What's this? This is Ashes. Yeah, I remember that guy. That guy's very distinctive. Yeah. Should I stop getting this? He looks really cool. I like his guitar. Also his main guy's brother, who I forgot the name of. But I think I think all of these bands are way better live. Well, I don't know about Top Loader, but I've listened to quite a bit of their feelings, like studio versions, and their songs just don't sound as good. No offense. When I say I've listened to them, well, yeah, I have. I was listening to them on the way there briefly and all the way back, so yeah, I haven't really properly listened to theirs here at home, like, that's the difference. I've only really listened to Sane, which I actually quite like. Quite a chilled song. Oh, is that me? That might be me. No, that's too close. But yeah. But yeah. What's the next topic? I guess. Oh yes, I'm gonna talk very briefly about tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video is going to be the iMac G3 adventures. Yes, it's returning. It's the 4th episode. Why is it randomly returning? Mostly because one thing that I've literally not achieved throughout the whole iMac G3 adventures so far is getting macOS 10. And when you've got macOS 10, you've got a lot more apps that you can do. You can do a lot more on macOS 10, including Minecraft. And let's say I got Minecraft running on there somehow. It was that. Oh, okay, I'll tell you this. It was Minecraft 1.8.9. And just to give you an idea, that iMac that I did it on, which is right over there, has 384 megabytes of RAM and a 350 megahertz G3 processor. I don't know how I did it, but I did it somehow. I've got my 600 megahertz. I'm going to try it on there as well. Although it's probably not going to work because it has some weird issues, it appears, reading disk drives. I don't know why. Maybe the port, the SCSI IDE port thing, whatever it's called, is dead. And that's why, because I've tried like swapping the cables and stuff. Maybe I just didn't do a good enough job. I don't know. But it's over there, and I'm going to attempt to do things on it. This can only go well, definitely. But yeah, it's probably one of my favourite videos I've ever uploaded. Like, seriously. And if you're wondering how I did it, I initially tried creating a Tiger USB and wanted to install it on the actual hard drive. That didn't work. So it's like, you know what, I'll try my IDE to SATA adapter again, and I'll use it with the SSD inside the Power Mac, because I had the adapter also inside the Power Mac, because the disk drive uses IDE, but the two drive bays uses SATA. So yeah, I just pulled out that, put it in. I managed to squeeze it in. I took off the shell because it sort of made it easier, essentially. And yeah, I've done that, and that's how I did it. Yeah. So I might be getting RAM upgrade, get another SSD, or get another few SSDs. I'm sort of running low on SSDs, and I'm gonna try to do even more ridiculous stuff. So yeah. Do I have anything else to say? Yeah. I do will get an iMac because it's going to be a lot more powerful than an iMac G3. I'm limited to, I think, 2 gigs of RAM is what the maximum. I'm assuming so because like my PowerBook had the required RAM can go up to 2 gigs. It's not currently at 2 gigs, but it can go up to 2 gigs. So yeah, what does the megahertz go up to? 1.42 megahertz. So yeah. Oh yeah, it's expandable up to 2 gigs, but officially only 1 gig's available. Also, you can get Radeon 9600, which is, I swear to God, is in like every single thing I've got. Because I believe my Power Mac's got a 9600. I'll look at Power Mac G5. Okay, Power Mac G5. Mine's. See, it's 2.3 giga. No, it's. What is it? It's dual 2. Dual 1. What on earth? I'm getting confused. It's definitely got. Oh wait, yeah, okay. It's the dual 1 gigahertz. Yeah, so it's this one. Yeah, it's got a 9600. I'm pretty sure it's the one I've got. Yeah. And yeah. Now, apparently it's in the early 2005 that had the 2.6 gigahertz, but when I got the dual core, I went to 2.5. Interesting. So yeah. Quite surprised at how. Oh wait, that's VRAM. That's why I was confused. 128 megs. Yeah, mine came with 512 megs RAM. Don't know why it's like that. That should just be one continuous thing. But yeah, it's only DDR RAM. But yeah. So 160 gigs? I'll die. But yeah. Only the last ones had 4 USB 2.0s. I'm pretty sure mine's got. Yeah. Is that the only difference? I think that is. Just one extra USB. Oh wait. 3? Oh wait, yeah. Mine would have 3 because we've got one at the front, sorry. Ignore me. But yeah, yeah. Only the 2003 models are expandable up to 8 gigs. Wow. So it only ever came in T56 and 512 configurations. Interesting. I would have thought they would have had the Gigabyte model right at the end, like the 2005 models. I guess not. But yeah. Shifted dual core processors. See, I can't remember if I got 2.3 or 2. No, yeah, it'd be 2.0. Right. Actually, it could be 2.3. If it's 2.3, I could go up to 8 gigs. I might have that. I genuinely can't remember if mine's 2.0 or 2.3. Oh well. probably stop talking about that. It's getting repetitive. But yeah, I think with the iMac G3 adventures, I've injected a whole new idea of videos into me, and I am excited for those videos. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, and goodbye. Bye. Also, all my stuff's available on cloudgrove.cc. Sorry, messed this up. That's going to be it for today, and goodbye.